Here we go. Hey, hello there, YouTube. It's Wade Polk here again, and I'm sitting in my car. I'm waiting for my partner. She's doing a little shopping, and I thought I'd just kind of have a little conversation with you and let you know what I'm planning for the next little while. It's going to get interesting. I'm really into comedy, and I love to laugh. But there is another side of my little world that's quite serious. And the next bunch of videos are going to be about that. There's things happening in my life. And my political points of view. And right now, I want to talk about bullies. Bullies, yeah. I've been bullied just about most of my life. And the first word anyone says to me that wants to bully me is the N-word, you know, nigger. It's not, doesn't hurt me much anymore. It doesn't hurt me much at all. It just makes me sad to see that that's what people think can get to me. Nah, it got to me once. I remember when I was in grade 6. My best buddies were all around the desk, leaned forward. They were chatting about something. I was a little late to the discussion. So, hey, what's going on, guys? And they all turned around to me and said it once, and it was a setup, and it was a joke, but I didn't know it at the time. They said, no niggers allowed in this conversation. Wow. That hurt. And that's the only time that word has ever hurt, because these were my buddies. These were my best buddies. I went to elementary school. I went to junior high school. I went to high school with these guys. And I went outside, left class, never said anything to anybody, went right outside. This is in Surrey, Purdue Elementary. Went right into the bush, and I stayed there till well after school was over and thought about what they said to me. And I kind of had made up my mind that I wasn't going to let anybody get close. Not like that. Not to hurt me like that anymore. And it's pretty much worked. Pretty much worked. And I wondered then if it would ever stop. And it doesn't stop. The only way you can make it stop is to not to let it hurt you. There's a whole lot more about bullying that I can talk about. From grade 6 on to junior high school, on to high school, and in the workplace. Here's a good one. I was 16 years old and finally allowed to get a job. I got a job at Royal City Foods Cannery in the warehouse on the graveyard shift, stacking boxes. And after the first shift, the foreman, his name was Victor, wonderful fellow, redneck truck driver, tough guy, wonderful man. He went to work, and things happen the way things happen, and the stuff that happened, I didn't think much of it. But the next shift, he pulled me aside, and he says, "Wayne," I says, "Yes, sir." He says, "How the guys treating you?" I said, "Just fine, just like anybody else." He says, "Are they bullying you?" And I says, "No, sir. No, everything's okay." And he says, "Look it." He says, "I'm going to call a meeting of the crew. And about 10 minutes, I want you to be there." And he did. He got everybody together, called a meeting of the crew. And he says, "I'm going to change things up. I'm going to make a charge hand. And the person in charge of this crew right now is Wayne." It took me by surprise. Wow. And then he walked off. So I didn't know what to do. I was a little bit embarrassed, what the heck? So I thought about it for a little while, because there was 6 jobs and an extra person. And I didn't feel right hanging around doing nothing, running around telling these guys to do this, do that for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours or whatever we worked. And I thought that, well, I'll work, but I'll give everybody a half hour off. And at the end of the shift, no matter what, the last guy to have the half hour off was the first guy to go to work, and then the next guy in line would get the half hour off. So that's what we did every shift. And instead of me hanging around, bossing everybody around, I told you, go take a break. And you know what? I didn't know it, but production went up. We did a lot more work. Everybody was happier. Now, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to be fair to everybody, you know. And that was the end of the bullying on that job. I was the coolest guy because everybody got a break. So, you know, sometimes you can let it get to you. Sometimes you can work your way around it. You know, if you're being bullied, think about your situation. Maybe you could fix it. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to shut this off for now. It's been a little over 5 minutes. But I got more on bullying. Bullying's been happening to me all my life. And I don't think it's ever going to stop. There's bullying by your peers. There's bullying by your employers. And that's what I think I'm going to talk about next. The employers can be big bullies. They've changed the laws so that the employer can bully you. I remember, you kids don't remember, there used to be UIC, unemployment insurance. If you worked for a bully, you could quit your job. They had to give it to you. No matter whether you got fired, no matter whether you quit. It didn't matter. You got your UIC, you had an opportunity to find an employer that wasn't a bully. You can't do that now. And I'll tell you about the employers that have bullied me over my whole work life. My work life is just about done. I'll be 65 pretty soon and retired. So I don't have to be afraid of my employer seeing this and saying, well, we can't have him working here. He's a troublemaker. And the bully continues. No, I don't care what they do because I don't need them anymore. Okay? But you need them. And I'd sure like to see people stop being bullied by their employers. Thank you. There's more videos to come, and it's gonna get better. Trust me.